Another week, another severe weather issue that we have to watch for. Now, let me show you the setup. This is what you generally get this time of year across the Gulf Coast states. The area in red where we see those severe storms happening late winter, early spring. But why is that the case? Well, first of all, you have to talk about the warm Gulf of Mexico. That warm water and all of the moisture with a southwest flow of air starts to flow onshore right into the central Gulf. Then you have to talk about the jet. That's like the match to light the fire. It essentially slingshots storms right into that area of instability, and just like that, severe weather can happen. Now, what do we have today? Dew point temperatures across the Gulf in the 60s and 70s. Remember, the dew point is one of the ways we measure the moisture in the air, and when you have dew point temperatures above 60 degrees, especially this time of year, you better watch out, especially compared with, or combined with rather, this right here. Look at all the warmth in Jackson, Mississippi, Tallahassee, even out toward Houston, Atlanta. We're in the 70s and 80s the next 3 days. You have the ingredients. Here comes the storm. You can see across the west coast, that's where it all begins. This area of energy, where's it going? It's going to slide on to the east, across the plains, and eventually across the central Gulf Coast. As it continues to move, it ends up with a negative tilt. What does this do? Think of where the energy is located, really on the eastern side of the storm. Think of it like you're swinging on a swing in the park. On the way down, there's some energy there, but then you go back up and wow, you really feel it. That's what this storm is doing, and that's where the energy will reside, on the east side across the Gulf Coast states. That's why we're looking out for that severe weather threat. Please make sure you have multiple ways to get watches and warnings. Have the AccuWeather app on your phone, and of course, we'll be tracking everything right here on the AccuWeather network. By the way, don't forget word of mouth, the oldest trick in the book. Give your friends and family a call, send them a text. Hey, send them an Instagram DM. I mean, look, no matter how you do it, make sure your folks know it is going to be quite the week. 3 days in a row of severe weather. We start with Wednesday. We'll go in chronological order here. Little Rock to Memphis, Nashville to Huntsville, all the way to Shreveport. We have the risk for some isolated severe weather you can see in this area of yellow. Hail, isolated tornadoes, damaging wind gusts, and heavy rain. All threats are possible. Those damaging wind gusts, by the way, between 55 and 65 miles per hour. Your AccuWeather local storm max of 70 miles per hour, meaning if we see some reports in that range, it wouldn't be a surprise. Flip the switch to Thursday. This is your blockbuster severe weather day this week. Not only do we have the risk for some isolated severe weather around Tulsa, Houston, Jackson, Mississippi, New Orleans, and Birmingham, Alabama, but look at the orange area, your moderate risk, where we could see more numerous storms in Dallas and Memphis. Then there's the big red bullseye, the elephant in the room here in the middle of your screen. That is your high risk, really around areas like Texarkana and Shreveport, where I think you could have widespread severe weather on Thursday and Thursday evening, especially looking at damaging gusty winds and isolated tornadoes. Really not out of the question on Thursday. Flip the switch to Friday. Here we go again. I know it's exhausting. I know if you live in Mississippi and Alabama, you're probably sick of this by now, but you just have to stay weather aware. From Lexington, Kentucky to Atlanta, Georgia, Montgomery, Alabama, all the way out to Augusta and Raleigh, we have that potential once again for some isolated severe weather as we move through your day on Friday. Stay safe and stick with us. We will take you through the storms.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos here and be sure to subscribe for new content and the latest weather news from AccuWeather.